Well, hello, my loves, and happy Sunday to you. I hope your day is going well. All right, so today is the last page of my journal. And that's always a really special time because I'm closing things out. And then, I'll do the cover as well. Probably not next week because, let's see, by the time, this video, I'm always doing them ahead. So the following Sunday inspiration will be actually on Christmas. So I think I'm going to do something a little bit special for that one. And then the next one will be my journal cover. But for the last page, it's always, I do the same thing for all of the last pages of my journal. I create part of the page on one side, and then I leave space to recap the year. And man, do I have a lot to recap for 2022. I may even need like a flip out or an envelope to put more notes in. I don't know. But as I was prepping for today, I was going through my magazines because I'm going to use magazine pages, quite a couple of them actually, just because I was thinking about what I wanted to say, what I wanted it to look like, what I wanted it to reflect. And so I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. But as I was flipping through I'm going to be using Bella Grace. It's my favorite. I've shared that before. I'll have links to it. If you guys are not familiar with Bella Grace, you should be, because every single page is an inspiration. And I'm going to show you some of that in just a minute. But there's a couple of quotes that as I wasn't even looking for quotes. I was looking for a specific page. And the one quote that I came across was, "This is my life, my story, my book." And I thought, man, that would be a good one for the last page, or it would be a good one for the cover, because it says, "This is my life, my story, my book. I will no longer let anyone else write it, nor will I apologize for the edits I make." This is our story. We get to write the story, and we get to edit it however it works for us. And as I was thinking about that, I was thinking about this page because I was going to, do the first pages first and, really kind of plan it out a little bit more. And I didn't want to do that because I wanted you to see I want you to see the edits. And I thought about that as I was thinking about this quote, and I thought, I think that's why I continue to show up on Sundays, even when life is yucky, and even when there's death, and even when there's trauma, and all of the things. I mean, you've watched, I've been in front of the camera every week for Sunday Inspiration through all of the things. And I think that's why I show up, because I want you to see my edits. I want you to see how I walk through the things, how I walk through a journal page and art, of course, but especially how I'm fumbling my way through life just like everybody else. And it's kind of why I showed up like this today too. I was getting ready to film, and I thought, I better go do my hair. And I thought, it's okay. I'm okay to show up imperfectly. And sometimes when we share our imperfections and when we show up imperfectly, and when we show our insides just a little bit to the safe ones, it gives everyone else the permission to do the same. And so I was thinking about that, and as I kind of worked through a few more thoughts on it, I think I'm actually going to save that one for the cover. So then, Bella Grace is just so good. The second one was, where's the second quote? Oh, here it is. It's just a title for an article, and it just says "The Season of Bravery." And I thought, well, that's definitely appropriate. And then there was one other one. This one was "The Beautiful In-Betweens." And so with all of those titles and quotes that really sparked my attention, all of those are life's processes. The beautiful in-betweens, the in-between, the trauma, we can see the beauty again. The seasons of bravery that we have to go through over and over and over again. It's all imperfectly. It's all done imperfectly. Nobody does any of life, whether it's good or bad, perfectly. And it's the perfect thing to do it imperfectly. And I just am really trying to live that out in my own life and say, I don't have the answers, and I don't know how the art is going to go, and I don't know how tomorrow is going to go, but today, I'm going to write my story the best that I can, edit it how I see fit for what is going on in my world, and not apologize for it. Just do the best I can. And I know so many of your stories, and I know you guys are doing the best that you can, and that's perfect. And that's all you can do. And do it imperfectly, and show up imperfectly, and be our imperfect selves, whether it's in life or in art. And the less complicated we make it, the easier it is to get through. And believe me, I am the first one to overcomplicate anything. So this is my conversation to myself. And it was interesting because I was kind of thinking along the lines of this as I was preparing for this last page. And then the titles came, and I was like, it always works that way for me. And I'm so grateful. So let's take a look really quick at what I'm going to do. I haven't done anything yet, and I'm not going to walk you through it because it's going to be very, very simple. Okay, so I have my journal. This is my last page. There's the covers. I can't believe it's been a year. Good Lord. Okay, so I've got my magazines out here, and I'll just show you. And I've got them clipped so let me just go to. So this was one quote too that because I thought about this image, aprosity, the warmth of the sun in winter. I'm like, oh man, do I need to feel the warmth of the sun? Oh wow, see, every single page just does something to me. Okay, focus, Shawn. So here's my season of bravery. I'm going to use that on this page. And then they always have the photos, the pages, everything are always just awesome. So this page here is going to be I'm going to cut it down, and I'm going to put that down on this page because I always do something on this page, and then I leave this page to recap the year. And then maybe I'll do another 27 pages, but I'll put that down on this page. And, I'll kind of trim it up or whatever. And I might even cut this down and then because I like that how it says worksheet on it. And I'm trying to think, I may not need this, I may cover this up or cut that out. But this is going to be for my journaling over here. Then I'm going to use this quote here. Ooh, I got it close. So I'm going to use that quote. Set that over here. I'm going to put that somewhere on this side. And then, let's see, where am I here? Capturing Sacred Graces. Oh my gosh, see, at just every single page. This one, oh, I don't think I read this one, did I? I didn't. This was another one. Okay, sometimes carrying on, just carrying on, is the superhuman achievement. And I'm like, it's like just showing up is sometimes all we can do. Sometimes just getting out of bed is all we can do. So I'm going to use this quote too. And I will, let me grab my scissors here. I mean, every single page for me in here is just inspiration every day, all the time. All right, so I'm going to use that one. And then, let's see, out of one of these pages I pulled, I don't remember exactly where it is, I pulled this gal. And she is on a journey. And what a journey it has been for this year. And it had more paper to it, and I kind of pulled it off because I want to put papers down in the background along with, you know, some of this. And some of this may end up coming over on the page with my quotes and stuff. But for my papers, I have some of this yummy paper that I actually used, I think, last week. Possibly, yeah, I did. It's just grungy and it's blue, so it kind of goes along with that background. This is just kind of what I'm thinking. It can all change. And then I still have some of this grungy number paper that you guys loved and signed up. You signed up. So many of you have gone into the new subscriber library and gotten all the goodies and are loving the site. This is another grungy paper that's going to be going into the library this week. And so I'm planning on using some of these for the background. I'm not exactly sure which ones. Plus I also have, oh, look at this quote. Oh, that's okay. I have my postcards that always are my inspiration for my messages to me. And then I have just too many collage papers. I have vintage papers, and some of that's going to kind of overflow onto this sheet here. So what I think I'll do, just real quick, is I'm going to cut this part out. And that way, and maybe I'll cut this because it's got the bottom piece on there. So I'll cut that off. And then I want to leave this ledger line because I like that. So I can cut this down. So like that. I have to cut it down just a tiny bit more. That's okay. And I like this worksheet piece. So I want, let's see. Well, I'll just have to cut that down to there. That's fine. And then I'll have some of my collage papers kind of come over and onto my page. And then I'm going to blend this in. And this is most likely going to be Payne's Gray that I'm going to be using. That's kind of what drew me to this, because Payne's Gray is such a good color. Where is it though? I tried to clean up, and this is what happens when I clean up. I can't find anything. Anyway, Payne's Gray. Nova Colors Payne's Gray. There it is. Yeah. And probably some raw umber, of course. And then some black, of course. But I also want to kind of embellish these with some stencils too. I have 2 floral stencils. And I wanted them to be bigger because, I wanted them to kind of almost feel like trees, but kind of overshadow or kind of go alongside maybe. And what I think because I was trying to decide and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to stencil them both out onto tissue paper. And then I will take the tissue paper and audition them to see which one looks best. So that's the Wildflower and the Messy Flowers silhouette. And then I'm also going to use my mandala stencil because I'm going to kind of have some of that peeking up down here and possibly up over here. And that's the mandala stencil. And these 3 stencils will be on sale this week if you are so interested. And then, let's see, I said this paper is going to be free in the resource library. And members, you will have this in your Sunday Inspiration Breakdown tab. I have a few butterflies. I don't know if they'll show up or not. I have a whole mess of collage paper over here, but this is what I know so far. And really, honestly, the rest is just going to be auditioning some collage papers and my stencil images, and then just doing really kind of some washes and things like that over the paper to kind of blend them in. And then I'll also be using my matte gel. I think... yeah, matte gel, because these are thicker papers because they're the magazine pages. Matte gel to put my paper down. I'll be using gesso, my Utrecht gesso, and I'll most likely be using my black gesso, my Nova Color black gesso. I'm loving it. Hopefully I won't spill it like I did like 2 videos ago. And I think that is it. I mean, it's going to be super simple. It's going to go pretty fast. And so... I am excited about this page. I won't write on camera because I have a lot to say about this year. So I will fill that in off camera. You don't have to watch me do that. Okay. I think that is it. It's going to be fairly simple, go pretty fast. So just as a recap, if you haven't signed up for the new subscriber library, it is roaring and ready to go and people are loving it. I'm so excited that you guys have gotten in and are enjoying it. I've gotten great comments. But it's the new subscriber library handles videos and downloads and all that kind of stuff so much better than how we had it on our website. So I'm very excited about that. But this will be in the subscriber library for free. It's all for free. And then I'm just trying to think if I have anything else that I need to tell you. I don't think so. All the supplies will be listed on the blog. The link to the blog is down below in the YouTube description box. I'll link to Bella Grace magazine too if you want to check that out. I think that's it. So I'm going to turn the camera on and I'm just going to go to town. It's going to be super, super simple. I hope. All right, my loves. I hope your Sunday is restful and peaceful, and I hope that you know that your showing up imperfectly is perfect, and that we're all doing this crazy journey imperfectly, and that's okay. And I hope that your Sunday is restful and peaceful, and I hope that you always, always know that you are loved.